everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. It's a shorter episode because it's a big week for us, but I'm Perry, and with me, as he always is, it's the Whiskey Mutant.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Cool. Drugs are bad. Drugs are cool. Oh, gosh.
Burps are cool. Burps are funny. If you didn't, if you can't figure it out, we had a long... Just nothing's recording, and we just pure nonsense.
Like if you're on the Patreon,
for 20
you're going,
minutes.
Did I miss a bonus episode? And it's like, no, not really.
Yeah, Patreon, yeah, no.
Nah, you didn't miss anything. It's
we
just
were
us
just
being
by ourselves
idiots.
making songs up.
With music. Oh, that's a thunderstorm. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't remember what I was on.
That's
what's... I hate that I ended on thunderous ambiance because I can't do anything with that.
Yeah, you can.
What do you mean?
By the power of Thor! This hammer is mine.
Okay, actually, do that again.
By the power of Thor!
Oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
It's all right.
That's mostly just rain. It's called heavy thunder.
I'm Fat Thor.
Stupid.
It's just not working out right now.
Why is this wet?
I
don't know. Anyway, this is the best intro to an episode ever. I hope you're doing well. This is meetup week, so we have a little bit of weird energy going on.
We got the energy of we know there's a lot to do, but for like 30 minutes, we're not going to worry about.
Oh, we're trying to sell our house. Like our house is going up for sale in a couple weeks. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Now I'm panicking for you.
Is that because you know the status of our house?
Because I know, yeah, because I know what it's like to sell a house.
You know what our house looks
I come
like.
here and I'm playing with the kids' stuff in the living room and like their stuff there. Yeah, I'm just panicking for you.
Yeah,
Let's just have fun this week.
So yeah, we're gonna trim most of the fat off of this, but follow us on social media.
I wish I had a chainsaw sound effect.
I got heavy rain.
Okay,
that sucks.
I interrupted you for nothing.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but follow us on social media at My Bourbon Pod, at Whiskey Mutant. And you know what? Just support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/My Bourbon Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can you just throw in whatever you can at us.
It's change.
It means a lot.
It's change in your car.
It's something you found in the couch cushions.
Yeah. Give it to us.
But yeah, for $5 a month, you get a bunch of bonus content as well. That's where the majority of our content this week is going to be, including whatever is unedited.
Yeah,
from this week, which might be very little.
Yeah,
might be very lot.
Trying to make sure Perry doesn't have a lot to do because we got a lot more to do.
But I got a lot to do anyway.
That's true.
I'm an anxious boy.
I'm an anxious boy.
I'm an anxious boy.
This is my anxious song.
This one's called Brewing.
This is me thinking of my daily bourbon.
Anyway, so we are skipping most of our segments this week. We are getting right to the review.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Which I am also so excited for.
Oh my gosh, I just saw the proof on it.
It's a good thing you worked out before you came.
It's true.
This is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye.
Yep, I really see it.
Oh, wow. We adjusted the lighting.
There
oh, wow, that focused real good.
Look at that, 137.3.
That's the best that camera has ever performed. Thank you, Logitech. Not a sponsor.
It is wet.
I know, right?
Look at that.
I don't know what from. Unless it's like leaking or not.
This is some good hand sanitizer.
Look, no, the cap wasn't on all the way.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, y'all sent us a faulty cap.
I'm just happy they sent it.
Oh, I don't care.
Full send. Man, I have been waiting for this.
Yeah, so this is a new permanent addition to their single barrel line, as well as their barrel proof line of products. It's going to be, I think what I read was anywhere from 120 to 145 proof that these are going to be at.
Hazmat rye from Jack Daniels.
I am here for it, man. That's exactly what I want in my life. It's crazy that we get to
on this thing, man.
Ranging between 125 and 145.
I want that 145 so bad.
Oh yeah. But I will say I'm very happy with it being 137.
Oh heck yeah. I don't remember last time I had a rye this high proof, honestly.
Maybe one of the BTAC ryes?
Or like a Canadian rye?
Yeah, probably. You know what? It was probably like a hazmat Canadian rye from Obtainium. Yeah.
Please smell that right now.
Okay. All right.
Here
Y'all
we
are
go.
doing this with me.
Oh.
It smells illegal. Like it smells like it's not supposed to be that.
Oh. There's like okay, this is going to sound really weird, but I think you'll get it because if you're listening, you know how I think and do things. But when I smell a rye, I always get kind of like a gingerbready, kind of green, cinnamon thoughts in my head. You know, kind of like a rye bottle. You get green and you get stuff like this. This has a baking spice, like dark note that I smell. That is like, is this a rye?
You know, like if I'm thinking about like what the color of this is, I feel like I wore the right shirt.
Yeah,
like this shirt. If you're watching the video, is the way that this is the color that this rye smells.
And if you
rust,
think of this shirt,
it smells like an orange rust.
Instead of nookie, I did it all for this rye. Like, this is nookie worthy.
Dude,
if this tastes...
I'm scared. I'm scared that the palate's not going to be as good as the nose.
I was going to say, if this tastes anything like it smells, this could be a... Cheers.
Dink it and sink it.
Because right now I'm dangerous. What? Bro. Okay.
There's
a lot of things going on right now that I didn't expect that I'm very happy about.
The way it hits on the front end of the palate. With all of this like sweetness but it's like it's almost like sugar in the raw up front, right? But the further it goes in, it turns into this toasted marshmallow.
Oh, keep talking. You know, yeah.
But with like it's almost like a s'more without the chocolate. It's like if you took a s'more or just a toasted marshmallow and graham crackers and you poured honey over it. That is some of the best whiskey I've ever had.
How is this 137.3 proof? It's the, dare I say, smoothest thing. I mean, for that proof.
I'm just now realizing we did 2 rye whiskey reviews.
I ain't mad
in
at
a
it.
row.
The last one was impromptu.
That's true.
Okay.
I do need to know.
What is that?
Well, it's the Nelson Brothers rye.
Oh, is it? I don't know if this can.
Is it that it doesn't taste like a rye, or that it doesn't taste like it's 137 proof?
Both. Both.
I think you're right. I needed to hear somebody else say it.
That's what I'm saying.
So I could
that's why
confirm to myself.
That whole weird thing I said at the beginning where people are probably not figuring out what I was meaning because I was rambling. This smells and tastes like a bourbon. What? Do we know the mash bill of Jack Daniel's rye?
I can look it up real quick.
Let's look it up. Because this...
I did barely had to look it up. It was in the press release. 70% rye.
Oh, okay.
18% corn.
Okay.
And 12% malted barley. In his Charco. I'm Bobby Taco. And is Charco... I said it again! Dang it. Sorry, Patreon. And is charcoal mellowed before aging in new handmade American white oak barrels. Only specially selected barrels aged at the highest reaches of barrel houses. That's interesting. They call them barrel houses and not rick houses. And producing whiskey with deeper colors and flavors are selected for the single barrel collection.
Okay, I need you to do something really fast.
$60.
I need you to take a little sip of the Jack Daniels, then immediately take a sip of the 15-year rye, and tell me how much better the 15-year rye tastes after you've had the Jack Daniels. There is like this mellow note on it that you get after you do the Jack Daniels in the 15-year. Right? Oh my God.
There is. What's great about the 15-year, though, is that it goes on this almost like roller coaster where it's really good, really good, really good, starts to dip a little bit into the finish, and then it shoots back up again with like a mint note that is unbelievably good.
Yeah, there's mintiness when you had them together.
Okay, now here's the thing, though.
Oh God, this is
a $300 rye whiskey.
The 15-year
versus
not Bellmead. I was going to say Bellmead. They used to be Bellmead.
Nelson Brothers versus a $60. God. Now I am not mad.
I need it.
I'm not mad about the Jack Daniels for everything that it is. Yeah, of course, a 15-year rye is going to have significant improvements.
Yeah.
But I still think that the Jack Daniels is like it's almost like the Bud Light to the Budweiser. You know, like you got the main expression of it.
Yeah.
And then you got the one that you're just kind of trying to go to because you're looking for something a little bit more approachable.
Yeah.
That's not a great metaphor, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
I still love the Jack.
I do too.
I mean, I have no problem with it, but I think like 1-to-1, you're right. The Nelson Brothers is better.
But I'm saying that after I had the Jack on my palate and I paired them, it brought out even more in the Nelson Brothers.
Yeah.
But alone, I mean,
Jack in a vacuum, I mean, it is spectacular. It is really great whiskey.
It doesn't taste like a rye.
No, it doesn't. Dang, man. I'm sweating over here.
Dare I say, this is probably better than any Jack Daniel's barrel proof bourbon or whiskey.
Dude, if I see this on the shelf,
I'm buying 3.
Next to the barrel proof whiskey, I'm buying this all day long.
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer.
God.
I don't think that we were given an age statement on these, but typically
4 to 6, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what. I mean, even the single barrel proof whiskey is like 4 to 6 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figured it's about the same.
Yeah.
I want this so bad.
It's just so good.
And I will say,
there's like a Cracker Jack note on the finish too.
Yeah. There's like a buttery caramel like thing going on the finish that I get. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's not those normal rye notes that I normally get. And I will say, I have been we all go through what we're feeling, our whiskey moods and stuff. Yeah. And lately, I have been very picky, and I've not been my normal, like, I want to get this and try it, I've been very, like, selective. Yeah. Like, maybe it's because it's the time of the year where I've got to, like, put back for vacations and stuff. So I'm very picky. Even when I'm picking something to have, like, after I get home from work or something, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have a little bit of something really good. This is
like an all the time.
This is, I need this right now.
Yeah.
And I need multiple bottles because I could pour a little bit of this and probably feel amazing because it's 100. I can't believe that it's 137.3 proof. It is. I'm going to say it. You can say what you want about the word smooth.
It does have a little bit of the, like, typical Brown-Forman banana note too.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I don't mind it within this context. I mean, like, I'm not opposed to that
but it's
note
very
in
little.
General. But did you say little or literal?
There's very little.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's very literal.
I need this so bad.
Yeah.
It tastes, so the more I drink it, the more it tastes like if you took like the blueprint of a cinnamon roll, but you took the roll out and you put a pecan wheel on it, and then you put the icing and maybe a little bit of honey, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Over it. So it's like a pecan wheel cinnamon roll.
Yeah, and it's still got that, like, if marshmallow frosting were a thing.
Yeah.
That's like charred, toasted marshmallow frosting.
If you took a pecan wheel and you took a little dropper and you put it in the middle of, like, the swirl and you put some marshmallow, you, like, drop marshmallow in there and then you dump some icing over top of it. Maybe put a little bit of, like, those dried bananas and some nuts, and then you take that, like, that's what this would taste like. I need that right now. I need all this.
Need it. Please.
Oh my God.
Please, Lord, I need it. Nose palette finish and price.
Oh boy.
And dude, like, even as I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm getting a like cigar tobacco note that I wasn't getting before.
It just keeps going.
Unfair. It's unfair how good this is.
It really is. It kind of makes me mad.
Yeah. I'm a little pissed off about it.
Our area does not get a bunch of Jack Daniel's products.
No, we really don't. And you know why? Because people in Kentucky think that Jack Daniel's is not good whiskey. But here's the thing. You don't have to drink the old number 7, 80 proof, because it just drink good bourbon. Okay?
God.
And they make good. And they make good whiskey. They really, truly do. This is
shot.
Solid proof.
People are punching their ceiling right now. They're punching their car. Oh, stop it!
They're also listening to Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Which would sound a little bit like... Oh no, that's just heavy.
Could you
rain.
imagine drinking this, like sitting on the porch while it's raining outside?
Love it. Smoking a cigar.
Smoking a menthol.
No.
I like menthols.
I know you do.
Once like a year.
Do you think you're gonna? I was gonna ask if you think you're about to smoke one this. This week.
I know. That's my goal is to finish the live show and go outside and smoke a menthol with a 75 to 80-year-old.
If I don't get to play with that band again, I'm gonna be sad.
What if they don't have a band this year?
It's just an iPod with Frank Sinatra on it. What do you think that would sound like?
In a cold, lonely night, we come together as a town. The reunion of the century is going down, down, down. Storm's over. Storm's over. Golden alert. Anyway.
Anyway, nose palette finish and price. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. This is very nearly perfect.
I mean, I was going to say, do we need to go through everything, or do you just want to give it a number?
Yeah, let's just give it a number. Three, 2, 1.
19.5.
Actually, it's more like a 19 for me. I think the finish is the only part of this where I would like a little bit more.
If the finish lasted a little longer.
That's what I'm talking about.
For 137.3 proof, I expect a finish that's going to freaking go down to my sack. I mean, I'm just going to say it. If you want to edit that. For 137.3 proof, I want a finish that's going to go all the way down.
Sorry, Jack Daniels.
But it's true. This is almost hazmat, and I expect it to like instantly like just go throughout my whole body.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you don't like a finish that lasts that long. If you are not used to really high proof stuff, this is something I believe you could drink and not feel that barrel proof, almost hazmat like burn, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But I expected this to last a little longer on the finish, and that is probably the nose is amazing. Palate's amazing. The finish, if it lasted a little longer, it would be perfect. And the price, if you find it for, what'd you say, $60?
$60.
Oh my God. Buy 3. Buy 3. I mean, I will, if I have a chance to buy this, I will ask for multiple.
You know how we were talking about doing a journey for like daily drinker barrel proof ryes?
I mean, if this was
I don't see any reason to like continue that journey.
If you were able to get this.
I think we found it. Like,
yeah, but if this, I know, but we can't do you a daily or a bar cart rye because we're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to go and get this again.
You're right.
But it should be. It should be available.
I hope it is.
Everybody.
I hope eventually it is.
Just put them on the little like 375s that we can get all the time at Total Wine.
I would buy the whole shelf's worth of those 375s, even just if it weren't for myself. Like if I could just buy one and like gift it to somebody.
Man, you save this, and me, whoever, we cherish this.
Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere
until we get another one
anytime soon. But you buy it if you see it,
please.
If you have the chance
Send
to do
a sample
too, please give us a bottle. Not give us. Let us know that you have a bottle for sale.
I should be able to get one because I know somebody who did a pick.
Anyway. Do you want to jump into tips and bits and then close out the episode?
Tips and bits. This is my spoiler-free recommendation of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Still have not seen it.
That's why I said spoiler-free.
But I know a lot of what happens in it just because
this is a James Gunn film through and through. If you've seen any of his other stuff, Slither, Toxic Avenger, anything like that, there's elements of this, but it's also Guardians of the Galaxy, because Guardians of the Galaxy has always kind of been its own thing, other than when they were thrown into like Infinity War and stuff.
Yeah.
It's emotional. Soundtrack's amazing. They give us probably one of the most hated villains I've ever seen or felt in a movie.
Wow.
He doesn't even have to have all these powers. He's just, you don't like this guy from the start to the finish.
Man.
But this is pretty much the story of Rocket and the story of what we may see from Guardians of the Galaxy from now on. Highly recommend. I can't wait to talk about it more in depth when Perry sees it, but
it's going to be a bit.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's great. Highly recommend. Such a fun movie, great movie. Go see it.
I'm excited. I mean, genuinely, I can't wait to see it, but it's going to be a bit.
It's all right.
So,
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'm not ready to talk about Tears of the Kingdom yet.
I mean, you're grinding. I'm still throwing my lightsaber around.
I'm not far enough along to make like a dedicated statement about it, because there's so much that is going on within it. I will say, okay, I'll say this, because they go very hand in hand, and you will almost immediately go, they brought that back. They did that again in a like fan servicey, very genuine kind of way.
The Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Play if there are 2 Zelda games that you want to play, or that you should play before you play Tears of the Kingdom, it's Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild maybe a little bit less, because they, from the get-go, Tears of the Kingdom is very, very good about walking you through a lot of the mechanics that were first introduced in Breath of the Wild.
I feel like if you play Breath of the Wild, you'll be used to like how the look of the game is.
You will be.
Yeah,
you will be.
But
it's Ocarina of Time.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. This is not a spoiler necessarily, but it's just a really cool little tidbit that Nintendo put in. So, during, in Breath of the Wild, Link was able to cook dishes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In Tears of the Kingdom, while he is waiting for the dish to get cooked, he is humming songs from other Zelda games.
Oh, boy.
It is so good and so cool, and the attention to detail is incredible in this game. But to circle back, sorry, if you are trying to familiarize yourself more with the world of Zelda, play Ocarina of Time before you play Tears of the Kingdom. It is Tears of the Kingdom is just littered with Ocarina of Time references.
Other than Link to the Past, I probably played Ocarina of Time more than any other Zelda game.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Ocarina of Time is my favorite.
Majora's Mask is my most played. But I would also say, if you have one, play Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, because that's the like definitive version to me. I think it's also a better version than the 64, the original. There are just so many quality of life improvements. in the 3DS version. But yeah, eventually I will be able to talk at length. Maybe not at length since, bourbon podcast and whatever. But more.
We want more bourbon.
But more about Tears of the Kingdom than I can right now. I have cried a lot playing this game. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful and so.
I cried a little bit on something that I'm going to save for the next episode.
All right. Well, I think that means that you just have to come back next week for another episode. However, next week's episode will have been recorded live in front of a studio audience with a very special guest, Miss Peggy No Stevens.
And hopefully you were part of the Patreon content that is recorded next week, because next week's Patreon content includes you guys who bought the VIP tickets.
Yes, sir.
And if you didn't buy the VIP tickets and you want to listen to that, you can support the show on patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you just help us out. But at $5, you get all the bonus episodes. You get the bonus content. You get the uncut episodes. You get something. You pay for it, you get it. That's just kind of how money works. You pay for something other than interest.
Yeah, it's called capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism. USA, baby.
Baby.
So yeah, support the show. That's where you'll get all the we have a barrel pick coming out. That's the first access to that. Any kind of news, anything like that.
I'm so excited for
Go to
this
patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. If you want to get some merch, it's bourbonshop.threadless.com. We'll be having stuff there. We may have the new meetup logo on there. If people want to buy something, maybe. We'll see. There are some stickers going to be at the meetup. You could do a little pocket tee. Yeah, something. Yeah,
something a little different.
I've got some Whiskey Mutant merch on whiskeymutant.myshopify.com. Use code POUROVER to get 50% off.
That's all one word, right?
Yes, pour over.
POUROVER.
Yes.
50% off.
50% off right now. If you want to be on the show, you can leave a voicemail on the Barrel Ring segment. Just call 859-428-8253 in space.
You know what I just realized too? We've got a barrel ring this week because we didn't get to it last week.
Okay.
This is not it. This was a call that somebody.
They're interested in this house?
No, it was a wrong number.
Oh, let me read that. Hi, my name is, I'm going to not say the name. My number is, I'm not going to say the number. I just was interested in this house. My mom sent me a picture, but unfortunately just had to your phone number. But again, my name is blank. My number is blank. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, so I called her back and I was like, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong number.
Did you say, but you can support the show on patreon.com?
No, what I did say was, this is a number that we use for business.
The business.
The biz nasty.
The biz nasty. We get nasty in this house.
And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'll be more careful next time. I was like,
there's going to be a next time?
I'm not trying to tell you to be careful. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you called a wrong number. Those two things.
By the way, the house... Can you tell me about the house?
Our house is up for sale, though.
Yeah.
But not by the time that this episode comes out.
How much extra would you say if they said, I'll buy this house, but you got to leave all the whiskey in the garage?
I'm not comfortable talking about that number on a public forum. Yeah, that's nothing I want to talk. Yeah. Anyway, here's a voicemail that we got sent to Barrel Rings.
What's going on, gentlemen? I just got done listening to this week's episode, and I noticed we didn't have a barrel rings, which is cool. It's fine. I might have a twofer, or maybe you'll just play one versus the other. Either way, who knows? But I did want to talk a little bit about, a funny story. You guys were telling some funny, maybe embarrassing stories. on the Patreon, and I know we've been talking a lot about hitting guys in the nether regions, but have you ever been slapped in the taint? It sounds weird, right? And I have never simultaneously felt like someone kicked me in both my nuts and my butthole.
Okay.
It was just super weird. So anyway, I thought that if this was something you guys wanted to hear more details about, like how it happened, I can put that on the next Barrel Rings if you guys are interested.
No.
Otherwise, yeah, just don't slap anyone in the taint and don't get slapped in the taint, and you'll be all right. There's my hot take for you. All right, boys. Talk to you soon. Bye.
That's Bill Robarge, a.k.a. Wisconsin beer lover.
A.k.a. Streetwalker, a.k.a.
How many channels he's got?
I don't know.
So, okay, I'm going to just say a few things right now. I'm very interested in this story. And no, I don't think it's appropriate for the main episode.
Oh, no, it's absolutely not.
But I think that Bill shares that next week because he's going to be at the live show and he can share that on the Patreon.
Absolutely.
I'm very interested to see how this came about. I'm assuming it had to do something with him reviewing a burger and the people didn't like it. That's what I'm going to guess. And he got slapped for it.
Or maybe a beer.
A beer? Could be a beer. He's not very good at reviewing bourbon, so I don't think it's that. What?
What's the matter with you?
What?
He's one of our dearest patrons.
Yeah, but I'm honest with him.
Yeah, fair enough.
His name is Beer Lover.
Yeah, you're right.
And he does a lot of restaurant stuff. I'm just saying he could work on his bourbon reviews. It's friendly critique.
He did get to hang out with Dixon last night.
It's friendly critique. I've hung out with Dixon many times.
I mean, I have too, but I'm just jealous because I miss Dixon.
Well, let's go.
I haven't seen him since March of last year when I came up to Whiskey Weekend to see you and record.
Yeah. I saw him since then, so I win. I see that. I know what that means. I see that. I know you're not going to say it, but I know what that means. Thank you, Bill.
It means I'm jealous.
Yeah. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. Can't wait to see you. Give you a big hug, and then I'm going to fight you. But anyways, here we are. What did you just hit? Oh. Where am I at?
I don't know.
Get tickets to the live show. If you're listening right now, you've got a couple of days before the live show. Grab some tickets, especially if you're in Lexington. Come hang out. I mean, you're going to get food. You're going to get a sample. You're going to get to hang out. You're going to go to watch the live show.
Chance to get a bottle of our barrel pick as well.
Yes, all that stuff. We love you. Follow us on all social media. At My Bourbon Pod, at PRitter1792, at Whiskey Mutant. I've got a reel coming out, a good old classic Blanton's reel I'm working on right now. Should be out pretty soon. No, as you're listening, it will be out. Perry will be tagged in it. But yes.
I'm tagged in all your reels.
Yeah, you better be.
I'll talk about it off air. Anyway.
See you at the live show.
Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you real soon. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. I want to make sure everybody knows, too, you got to be safe out there.
Put a raincoat on.
You got to take cover.
Paid is paid.
Did you see the the cow in the tornado? Did you see it?
Man, I want to. What's that one song Shania Twain sang on that? The Twister soundtrack?
I don't know.
Oh, crap, it's going to stick in my head.
See you guys.